Street skating can be in front of your house, it can be in the schoolyard, it can be down the street. That's what makes skateboarding so great, is all you need is that skateboard in the street.
The streets is your canvas. If your mind can imagine it, then you can create it. By its nature, it's boundaryless.
You're skating stuff that isn't meant to be skated, you know, and just that thought alone makes it that much more exciting.
Basically illegal to do in the streets.
You're constantly being kicked out everywhere you go. People put blind bumps before the stairs, knob the handrails to get injuries. The biggest obstacle is always just mentally. When you can see something in your mind so clearly that you know you can do, and you can envision it on the camera, how the footage is gonna look playing back, going into an edit with your part, you have the song picked out already, like, something about just completing that piece.
Skateboarders just film everything. We just want to capture it and look at it and get better at it. You know, like, we film everything.
It's almost like if you don't get it on tape, it didn't happen.
You want to watch people who are great at it for inspiration.
When you have a video part, there's no rules.
It's your personality, it's what you like, it's how you skate.
There's nothing better than watching a video part that makes you want to skate.
The way he does his tricks, the music he uses, the clothes he wears, the people he skates with, the spots he skates, that's my life. I want to be like that and skate like that. That's it. That's why we create these things.
It's what an album is to a musician. A video part is your album. That's your uninhibited expression. For the longest time, there's been a debate on, well, how should a skateboard contest be? Should we do it through runs? Should we do it through single tricks? What should the scoring system be like? It's because there's no blueprint for it, because that's what it wasn't created for that.
Real street is amazing because it's exposing masses to real street skating that's happening outside of an arena.
You can only film it on the streets 100 times harder than getting any clip anywhere else. And that's what's gonna make this contest, and makes this contest better than any contest. I really love the X Games, and I love what the medals mean. And to me, as a skateboarder, the most important medal is the X Games medal. I know how much work goes into them, how much sweat, blood, broken bones. You put everything you have into those medals, and to get one is a very special feeling.
The only way you can win at skateboarding is with a race. Everything else is subjective.
It's like, how do you judge a piece of art? How do you judge a song? It's like a fingerprint. No one's gonna have the same one.
A contest like this is cool because it gives the skaters and the filmmakers a chance to put out their best stuff within very narrow parameters. As a judge, what I'm looking for in Real Street is just, I want to be amazed. That extra something special that you don't see every day.
What I'll be looking for in judging really is a variety of tricks, great editing. I want to see great filming. You know, I love a great song.
Just who's really bringing it, all the ingredients.
To make a really amazing video part that stands above some of the other guys.
It's going to come down to overall stoke, you know, feeling of making me want to skate.
The Real Street lineup this year, all 8 dudes are like top tier skaters, so we're expecting the best from these guys.
There's only a few people in the skateboard world that you get this sense of like they have that it. With Na-Kel, it's like, I see that in him. And when you watch him skate and the way he is on his board, It's more than anything. It's more than some other guy that has every trick in the book. You get this package of something that is special, you know what I mean, in skateboarding.
I'm Na-Kel Smith. I was born in Los Angeles, and I currently live in Los Angeles, and I'm 22 years old. Filming for this real street, I dealt with a lot of kickouts, a lot of broken boards, a lot of kind of just battling a trick, and it's all for that one feeling of just rolling away. It's like no other feeling that I've experienced in my life.
Filming Na-Kel is tight because outside of being his filmer, like I like how he skates. So that's what makes me want to document his skating.
What was the first like good clip we got? That switch hard flip. You know, that was the trick that kind of broke the ice for us to get like tricks. Jolly's dedication level is 1,000. As long as I want to try the trick, Jolly will film it and like be in the battle with me. He's just always ready, like he trained to go, so.
The session that stands out from filming Real Street is we went to this 5 block in Glendale. It was maybe us and like 6 other skaters, and then Paul came, sparked the session, and then got 2 tricks that day.
Filming a Real Street part, it takes time because you're not just going and doing tricks you could do. You know, you step out your comfort zone. You're doing tricks you never tried before. You're trying to do, you know, things that you're scared of.
One trick could take like 6-7 hours to film, but when the people see it, they just see like 3 seconds of it. It looks easy because they just see that one try, those 3 seconds, but it's like we were sitting in the sun all day for that one little trick.
We still trying to get those last minute bangers and get to it. Get it all handled.
I hope people like it, enjoy it. So we put a lot of time into it, a lot of hard work.
I'm Na-Kel Smith, and this is my X Games Real Street part.
Wow. Na-Kel Smith, that part was fantastic. That's real street skating right there.
His first 10 seconds of his video part, I loved it. Like dealing with security.
That 360 flip down the double set, fantastic way to set it off.
The pop shove it down the double set was insane.
The overall package, the vibe, the energy, it just made me want to skate.
It was all Na-Kel, like it had Na-Kel's flavor all the way through it.
And then he ended it with that ollie off the stairs to the plastic box grind.
You could die on that. If you catch your back truck, you're dead. He came through with a solid part for sure.
Me and Nen have always had like a special kind of bond with each other about skateboarding. It's like a joke, like what are we gonna jump off? He's like that type of skater, like take me to the biggest set of stairs or a gap, I'm jumping off everything, you know? And he also has a signature trick, you know, a heel flip, like that's his trick. That to me is more valuable than having 50 tricks you're pretty good at. It's a superpower. I'm super excited to see his real street part and watch him huck, that's his word, huck off gaps.
My name's Nen Williams. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I live in Los Angeles, California, and I'm 31 years old. I've been a professional skateboarder for, I'd say like 5 years, maybe 6. I'm not really sure. Me and my friends, just kind of growing up, we used to just film each other. My friend Matt Blevins, we used to make like local videos, you know? We started like actually trying to film like my first video parts. What I've always liked in skating was just like jumping off stuff. It gives me like an adrenaline rush, just jumping for it and hoping for best, you know? I picked my filmer for Real Street easily. This guy Alex right here, he's like a good friend and we skate all the time and film all the time, so it works, you know? It was like, yeah, this is the guy.
You want to do your part to make the trick in skating look as good as possible. I personally think skateboarding looks better when filmed with a fisheye. Everything looks a little bit more exciting, a little bit bigger, a little bit faster.
Nothing comes easy to me.
we work pretty hard for everything we get.
I'm blue collar, you know, like I work hard. It could take hours, it could take days, it could take weeks, maybe even months. I'll go until I can't walk, you know?
I want this equally as much as he wants it, you know? Like, he wants to land the trick, I really want to film the trick.
Well, this is my first time like competing in an X Games competition and first time in Real Street, and I'm super hyped to see how it goes, you know? Like, this is sick, I like it. I'm Nen Williams and this is my X Games Real Street part.
I expected heel flips, and I got gigantic heel flips from Nen Williams. That varial heel over the bar, smooth as silk.
I love the way that he had rail skating in there too, and it wasn't just all drops. I think overall package, the filming was good.
He had good titling, good music. It's definitely important to have like an ender trick that really catches people's attention, so you always save your best trick for last. Nen came through with a heavy heel flip. He put all the pieces together really well.
Thiago Lemos is one of my favorite skateboarders. He is one of the most naturally talented guys out there right now. His style, the power he has, his pop. In my eyes, skateboarding like that with so much pop is super unique. Like, only a few people can do it. It's just something that will always stand alone, because it could be something so simple, but done on something that's so tall. That's just strength and power. You guys will see that.
Eu sou o Thiago Lemos, sou de Jaguariúna, São Paulo, moro em Long Beach, tenho 25 anos. A importância de uma videoparte para mim é você estar sempre evoluindo, sabe? Cada videoparte tentar fazer melhor do que a outra que você fez, e eu e o Máximo a gente vem trabalhando nos projetos juntos já faz um tempo, e foi perfeito que colocaram ele para fazer essa missão comigo.
Thiago and I first started filming when one day we ended up going to this 9-stair handrail. No idea who he really was. He surprised me. Who is this guy?
A gente tá na rua, filmando na rua, que é o que eu gosto mesmo, tá ligado? De estar na rua andando com meus amigos.
What separates Thiago from a lot of other skateboarders is his ability to pop high. Like, he can just unlock spots that most people won't necessarily look at. Like, he skates with power, and he masters through tricks. If something takes him a while, it's hard to do. He gets tired, but he still goes and goes and goes. He soldiers on.
X Games Real Street, como é uma competição, então você tem que pôr só manobra boa, as melhores que você, se você quiser ganhar, né? E tem que estar com as calças largas, as camisas largas, tem que estar tudo certinho.
Seeing parts in 60 seconds makes you want to watch it again and again and again. You're like, what just happened? Like, what did they just do? Hold on, let me run that back.
E, sei lá, pra mim é um dos melhores campeonatos. E acho bem, tô mó feliz pela oportunidade. I'm Thiago Lemos, and this is my X Games Real Street part.
Thiago's part is like buttoned up perfectly for this contest. He's got the music, he's got the editing, he's got the tricks.
The pop, and you know, he had it all.
You see some of those Brazilian spots? He's landing in like cobblestone rubble. This felt like a video part of somebody who means it.
The whole part was great, but like the last trick, I mean, it's just mind-blowing.
Who does that trick and does it that proper?
Pretty impressed by Thiago right now.
So far, this is like the most solid part for sure.
I see him in the top 4. I guess we'll find out though.
It definitely takes a certain type of person to actually really love going out and going for big stuff. Someone that's a very confident person and just someone that needs that, you know, needs that excitement in their life somehow. Hart's gnarly. He skates some big stuff, it takes some gnarly slams, and you can tell he's one of those people that gets back up, goes for it again. He's getting that trick. I'm sure he's gonna put some heavy stuff down for Real Street. I'm stoked to see what he's got.
I'm Paul Hart. I'm from Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Live in Anaheim, California now, and I'm 23. I've been a professional skateboarder for almost a year now. My life has changed pretty dramatically ever since, you know, becoming professional. Pretty much when I go out now, it's filmer, photographer. It's like a job, you know, but I love it. The video part is the ultimate goal. First memories being filmed, I was probably like 10, just growing up in Florida. We didn't have like a great camera or anything, but seeing it all edited up and got me stoked, you know? Like after I saw that, I was just like, that's what I want to do. I want to skate and just keep making parts. Like Jared, I love filming with him. It's definitely cool to have, you know, one of your best friends to work with.
I won the gold last year, so you wanted me to deliver that gold for you.
Yeah, try to at least.
Going to these legendary spots with these guys, it's kind of an honor, really. And it's kind of a special thing even for me because it's kind of history when it comes down to the X Games Real Street video parts. It's a competition, so you definitely want to try extra hard for this project.
I like filming with Paul because he has, a different bag of tricks than your average guy. He's really good at doing gnarly stuff.
Filming, you pay the price sometimes. Like, I take some pretty buck slams, They might suck sometimes, beating yourself up, but it's all worth it in the end.
Me being a filmer and him having that attitude just makes me want to be better with whatever I'm doing.
I'm Paul Hart, and this is my X Games Real Street part.
Vote for Paul.
Paul Hart's part was filmed with all enders.
He's bringing it to some of the biggest spots in Southern California.
He had some crazy tricks in there, like the backside nose blunt.
Gigantic fakie flip off that weird strip kicker thing. He did fakie backlip fakie down Rincon. This part's really strong.
I can't say there's a downside to it. It's a great part. I mean, it had just so many gnarly things. So right now we've seen 4 parts from Thiago, Nen, Na-Kel, and Paul. I mean, I can't say a bad thing about any of them.
After just those 4 parts right now, like, Thiago is definitely in the lead for me. He had all the elements perfectly aligned for him. The music, the editing, the skating, pretty much a perfect part.
For me to pick, I still walk away with loving a video part that makes me want to skate, and that's what I got from Na-Kel.
Thiago Lemos is really standing out for me. The part feels super solid. He's got those amazing, never-before-seen tricks. After him, I'm going to put Paul Hart in there just because he's got conventional hammers on big, popular spots.
Overall, Paul's part was a solid part. The music might have been a little bit too much or whatever, and some of his best tricks were in the middle of the part, should have been at the end, and that would have made a huge difference. But there's still 4 more dudes. They're going to come through for sure and like definitely get some competition.
Vincent Alvarez is a good friend of mine. He's one of my favorite skaters, just raw. He just skates hard at all times. He's got so much control. He can skate any obstacle. His style is unbelievable. He's just a great example of a real 100% raw skateboarder.
I'm Vincent Alvarez. I was born in East Los Angeles, California, and now I currently reside in East LA. I'm 28 years old. We as skateboarders, we see the world completely different. To the average person, they look at this and they're like, why is that thing banked? They should have just made it flat. But to us, it's like, it's one of the best things you could probably skate. In my situation and how I like to skate is to film for a video part. Sometimes it's all day working on a trick. There'll be times where like, I kind of want to give up, but then again, you get that feeling when you finally do it and it's filmed right, and it's a special feeling that I definitely can't get from anything else.
For me, I think the video part is, for somebody who doesn't really understand, is that it's kind of like a musician's album. So you spend years, months making something, and then at the end of it, you have this album to show for it. So for the skateboarder and the cinematographer, it's kind of like, here it is, this is us.
I like to look for different kind of spots because with skateboarding, there's so many possibilities.
Every spot that this man skates is the roughest, hardest spot to skate ever.
Hard spots that are hard to skate, it's cool to do something new on them. And I think people respect that. I respect it, at least.
The tricks that we got that I'm most stoked on for Real Street so far, we went to New York and he did a bunch of tricks that nobody's ever done, and that's really hard to do in New York City, so that was really cool for me, for him to kind of go to those places and skate them his way, put like a mark there.
This will be my first X Games contest, the Real Street. It's definitely something that I've always wanted to do. I'm really excited to be doing this. I'm Vincent Alvarez, and this is my X Games Real Street part.
Vincent Alvarez, LA's finest. Weird spots, everything switch.
You're just seeing the Tasmanian Devil just rip through everything.
Watching Vincent is definitely a good mix compared to the other guys that jump down big stuff. He's not really doing that kind of skating. He's more going down the sidewalks and back alleys, and seeing that versus the other stuff is refreshing.
He sees skating different than the way anyone else sees skating.
This part was really good. He skates some classic LA spots and some classic New York spots, which is rad to see Vincent because he's an East LA kid.
A lot of tricks you really like to see him doing. The fakey big flips are always super rad. Just fast and furious on the streets. I love it.
The word that pops to my mind when I hear Asad and think about him as a skater is prolific. He's prolific. He can do everything. He's a skater that he is skateboarding. He's done it so much. He's pushed himself so hard, spent so much time on the board. Like they say, you master something in 10,000 hours. He's well past 10,000. He's pushed himself to a different plane of just, it is him. He has to skate. There's some people who are good, awesome skateboarders, but there's very few who are great like him, who are masters of the craft. It's like he's meant for this.
What makes an X Games Real Street part hard? Cars, constant danger because we're in the streets. Random heroes, pedestrians, security guards. Spots aren't always perfect. There's injuries involved, a lot of speed bumps, but that's what makes skating sick, is because it's very challenging. This is a day in the life of skating, man. I'm Asad Wear, and I'm from Bordentown, New Jersey, and currently living between Philadelphia and LA. I'm 25 years old.
My name is Tim Fulton, and I'm Asad Wear's X Games Real Street filmer.
I just started recently skating with you more. At first, I didn't like you that much, dude.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Skating with Asad is kind of like nobody else, because he does tricks quick. I feel like he always does like a trick he knows he can do. He'll get that like pretty quick, and then he'll do another trick that he's like working for a little harder.
All comes down to how the cookie crumbles. You know what I mean? Today, couple mishaps, and then things go well, you know? Skateboarding is more of a mental game than a physical game, I think. To get what you see in your mind and what you've unlocked in your mind to translate to your body is definitely the very big and hard part of skating. I mean, I like to skate all different types of spots just because I feel like every time you skate something different, you get a little bit better, like you grasp it a little bit more. When I start to film a video part, in the beginning, when you're like leading up to it, I like to just kind of play it by ear and keep it light, you know what I mean? When it gets to being crunch time, it's like, I feel like that's when the real motivation comes to want to do stuff, you know what I mean? Like get clips and certain type of clips, crunch time clips, you know what I mean? I am Asad Wear, and this is my X Games Real Street part.
That I really liked, you know, I like the variety of the city shots.
A shot came through with no music. Sometimes, well, like a raw edit like that part can really stand out. But I think in this contest, it didn't work for me as much as I thought it would.
Front feeble popover was great. Had a mohawk.
Everything he does is perfect. That kickflip 50 at the end was just hairball. Definitely one of my favorite parts out of all of these.
When it comes to a shot, like the level that you put him at is like way up here.
This is excellent Asad, but I don't know if this is top shelf Asad.
I think in this contest, for him to like take the gold, his part needed to have a little bit more for sure, but Asad's the god.
We've watched 6 parts and I'm still just blown away with how good they all are.
I'm liking all of them. I'm still got Thiago at the top though. I just feel like he brings something to the plate that nobody else can do.
Paul Hart's backside nose blunt slide and the fakey back lip that he does is in the back of my mind or whatever, but right now like I'm still leaning towards Thiago.
It's crazy to me what us judges are gonna have to go back and rewatch and rethink and rediscuss because we've just watched 6 amazing video parts.
Watching Cole Wilson skate a rail is like watching someone in a skateboard video game. It's kind of funny to watch someone like Cole come out of nowhere with a super specific ability to skate rails. Just has an uncanny balance ability. I don't understand how he does it. So I'm excited to see what he might do with Real Street. Hopefully he'll have enough to win.
My name is Cole Wilson. I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky, and I live in Long Beach currently. I'm 25 years old. I've been a professional skateboarder for 3 months. There are dozens of different ways to turn pro. The most credible way to turn pro in my eyes is like filming video parts and street skating. I feel like the best skateboarders out there, they're not your household name that you don't see on TV. They're all the dudes that are out in the streets just like going for it. I didn't pick my filmer for Real Straight. We picked each other.
I don't consider myself like a really like flashy filmer. I kind of stick to just what I've always done my whole life, which is point the camera at my friends and see what happens. I just kind of keep it real basic and raw.
I trust him with my life, so yeah, it's in his hands. And I'm usually like blown away by what he does. My favorite thing about filming for Real Street so far is I'm out there with my friends every day. That's like kind of what keeps you young and keeps a smile on my face.
One thing that we try to get for this video part is Cole try to fuel grind through this triple kink. He almost got it, but on the one that he stuck, a little girl just happened to be right where he was gonna land it, so he had to almost like pop out early and like dodge her, or else he would have seriously ran over this girl and like destroyed her.
I should have just like tried to make it and then like scoop her up into my arms and roll away with her.
I was kind of bummed you didn't. We're gonna try to go back today and hopefully we can get it for this Real Street.
I'm Cole Wilson and this is my X Games Real Street part.
Wilson just blew me away. I mean, the lock on those double kings is crazy. It's just a skill that not a lot of people have.
I really like that Cole Wilson part. The vibe, the tricks. I don't know if anybody else in this contest could do some of these tricks. And that means a lot, because these guys are insane.
Again, like Thiago's, like it's where all the pieces of the puzzle came together for this part.
What's he, like feeble grinding, giant triple kinks, popping out on the wrong side?
Just the way he comes out of that trick alone, on top of everything else he did in that video part, is like mind-blowing.
Besides like the ability of gnarly tricks, his style is amazing. What is really great about his filmer and the editing is that you see that he showed that. Add a little extra right away, add a little extra to show style.
That's a contender for sure. Cole Wilson's part is a contender for sure.
One skater left.
We're about to sit and watch Chris Joslin, last year's winner. He definitely has the pressure on seeing if he can do back-to-back wins.
You know, the skating world is different now. You do the one trick, it goes straight to the internet. Kids can see it immediately. And dude, stars are born like that. Chris Joslin just kept putting out banger after banger. That was his mission, was to go to every spot and give what he had to those spots. And just so happened what he had to give is the best things that have been done down most of these spots. That's just how you know you have a legend. Just wait. Just wait.
This is my second time skating in X Games Real Street. Skated in it last year for 2016, and I was fortunate enough to win. I wouldn't say I feel so much pressure, definitely more excitement. I put together, I think, a better part than last year's, I would say, so hopefully that helps me out. My name is Chris Joslin. I was born in Bellflower, California. Currently reside in Stanton, California, and I'm 20 years old. My skating's always been like pretty untamable, I guess I could say it. It's always just been like my mindset wants to go fast and try to go as high and big as I can. Ever since I was little, like I couldn't really do tricks on flat ground because I was so small. So like doing it off the drop helped me out, like how to learn tricks and stuff. I always kind of did things a little backwards, I guess.
What I like most about filming with Chris is just his level of skating. He's an amazing skateboarder, and I've been out with him and we've gotten like 10 clips in a day before. Not too many people can do that.
Fear is a big part of skateboarding, but I don't know, my mom always told me don't do anything you know you can't do, so I've always tried to just go into something with the mindset of like, all right, I can do this, I know I can do this. Psych yourself out in a positive way, so thanks, Moms. I think my favorite trick from the Real Street part so far is probably Ghetto Bird down Hollywood. Not only is it like one of my hardest tricks that I did, but my wife was like 9 months pregnant and I was like, I'm going to Hollywood at 9 a.m. I'll be back by noon. And I was back by noon, dude, Ghetto Bird in hand. I'm Chris Joslin and this is my X Games Real Street part.
Trick for trick, probably the most powerful skater in the contest.
He might be one of the best at taking drops, flips, tricks, down, drops. It was like watching the earth shake.
Joslin, wow, okay. He plays a different game when it comes to this contest. There's no cutaway shots, there's no B-roll. It is trick, 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 trick.
The bigger flip down Santa Monica, it was jaw-dropping. The ghetto bird down the 16.
The big backside flip and the big backside heel flip. This like doesn't even make sense. All in all, like this part is like, could be a contender for winning because it is nothing but hammer, hammer, hammer.
There's nothing I didn't like about this part. Maybe a little light on the variety, but at the same time, those drops.
While the judges pick our winner, we want you to pick yours. To vote for the fan favorite, go to xgames.com/Real Street.
We just saw a lot of parts. What, 8 minutes of insane skating?
I loved all these parts. I love seeing Vincent on the streets, hitting everything switch.
Paul Hart, fakie back lip down Rincon. Nen's heel flip over the brick wall. Asad's part was really solid. His kickflip 50-50 on that skinny hubba. That was insane.
From Na-Kel's 360 flip to Thiago's fakie tray flip, switchback tail.
What he brings to skateboarding is very unique, really technical, really big, super powerful.
This thing is packed with so many great tricks.
Cole Wilson, to see him go down through these kinks, he's one of a kind as far as his ability to do that kind of stuff. Chris Joslin, insane. Nobody can do tricks like this.
If this was a best trick contest at drops, he would have won it, hands down. But, you know, people love variety, and I think that is definitely what people are looking for alongside of having gnarly skating.
Incredible skater. Nobody can take a drop like Chris Joslin. He's the Terminator. Chris Joslin, 3rd place. Congrats. 2nd place, Thiago Lemos. Brazilian power, unheard of maneuvers. Viva Brazil. This is really hard, but when I put these parts side by side, the part that I really enjoyed the most, gotta be Cole Wilson. I just really liked his tricks. I liked the music. I liked the vibe.
You gotta look at the filming. You gotta look at the editing. You gotta look at the song. You gotta look at the title. At the end of the day, we all, as judges, came together and picked Cole.
X Games, Real Street 2017. That's a wrap. It's probably the best year to date. Now we're gonna go surpass our winner, Cole Wilson, and his filmer, Don. They're in the skate park. They don't have a clue what's going on, but let's go give them their gold medal. Hey guys. Congrats, you guys are the winners of the 2017 Real Street X Games.
Oh, yeah! The judges picked our winner, but we want you to pick yours. To vote for the fan favorite, go to xgames.com/Real Street.